everyone, welcome back to Roughing the Competition. Today is going to be Week 6 NFL Matchups Part 2.
Yep, as we saw last week in Week 5, the matchups got interesting. Saw Cleveland go to another overtime game. But hey, congrats Cleveland. You got it done. You finally got your win on Sunday. It's only been like 2 years in the making. But anyways, we got a big slate here for Part 1, so we're going to get right into the action. And real quick, for those of you wondering why I ain't got a jersey on, I'm on bye week, but I still got to work. I still got to do these videos for you. So I'm not going to wear a jersey, but I'm still going to cover these games. So let's kick things off quickly here with the Eagles versus the Giants. Both teams come in 2-3, and one of them's going to try and pull away here. Who you got pulling away?
I got the Eagles pulling away here. I think with Barkley being a little bit injured, just a little bit injured, I think the Eagles are going to be able to pull off the victory.
Yeah,
it's a fight or flight response for the Eagles at this point. Either going to just give up or keep going, and I think Carson Wentz and the Eagles keeps it going here.
Yeah, I'm going to disagree with you. Taking the Giants, and here's why. You mentioned Barkley injured, right? Yeah, Ajayi is done for the year, and therefore I think the Eagles' rush attack's pretty well done. Maybe not completely, but considering all their other struggles, and the Giants having that heartbreaker against Carolina last week, congrats, Cano, 63 yards, that's impressive.
So what do you think on fantasy-wise?
Fantasy-wise, that's what I get to. It's a Thursday night game, so it's crazy on Thursday, right? Eli Manning, 300 yards and 3 touchdowns.
I have Wendell Smallwood.
Ooh.
I think he's been doing good last couple of weeks.
A little speed back.
Yeah.
I like it.
Okay.
All right, let's turn quickly to what's going to be the ugly matchup of the week. And I don't mean ugly like I did last week with the Cardinals game. I mean ugly like it's going to get brutal. And before my resident Steelers fan here gets going, I'll kick things off by just poking the bear. I got the Bengals.
I've been poked.
All right, this is going to be an ugly game. Vontez Burfict's going to be looking for blood, and Joe Mixon's going to be looking to prove something. And that second part is the part that I think is the difference in this game. Mixon ran his mouth all last year towards Le'Veon, towards the Steelers. He's back from injury. There is no Gio Bernard. He's going to have to carry the load, and I think he does it well. And I think in a brutal game that's going to be close, I'm going to take the Bengals at home.
You hurt my feelings.
I'm sorry. I'm sticking to my guns on this.
Well, as you guys may have already guessed, I'm going with my boys here. Defense played pretty well against that Falcons offense last week.
Yeah.
And I just think that the big matchup here to watch is going to be Joe Hayden versus A.J. Green. Joe Hayden shut Julio down last week.
Yeah.
Shut him down. And I think with that matchup, if we can win that matchup one-on-one, I think the Steelers are going to be able to pull out the victory.
Interesting. Still disagree, but interesting. Anyways, we'll go and quickly move to matchup number 3. Bucs versus the Falcons. All right, for the Falcons, the red light's on. You're at the highest level of DEFCON. Dear God, you have got to get something to go your way quickly. The Steelers beat you up last week in a game that was must win, and I thought you would win. But now this is do or die. You're 1-4. You lose this, you might as well start planning for the draft. So with that in mind, Brant, do you see them rallying the cause?
I see them rallying big time.
Yeah?
I think Jameis Winston's going to struggle in his first start back.
Really?
Yes. I also have a bold prediction here. Julio is going to get his first 2 touchdowns of the year.
Ooh, that is bold.
Bold prediction there.
That is bold.
I just think Jameis Winston's not going to be quite ready.
Yeah.
And that's where I'm at with that.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and just say Falcons, get ready for the draft. The Bucs are coming. Now, I understand the Bucs switched from Fitzpatrick to Winston. Everybody's going to be sitting there going, well, they're done. They're throwing in the towel. It's actually the opposite. Fitzpatrick played really well for the first couple games, which really gave the Bucs a shot here to compete in the South. Winston's hungry. He's ready to play. He's going to come out and he's going to play. Look for Evans to have a big day.
He's going to be like...
Yeah. Look for Evans to take part safeties just like everyone else has. The Bucs are going to win this one.
That's very interesting, sir.
All right, here's game 4. Browns, once again, congrats. You got it done. Now, can you get it done again as you play the Chargers? You are at home. Brant, do you think Mayfield has another one in him?
I think he does.
Really?
The Browns have yet to lose at home, guys. It's week 6, and they have not lost in Cleveland yet.
Well, in fairness, they've only played 2 games in Cleveland.
3.
Oh, yeah, the Jets game, sorry.
So I have the Browns here. I think Baker Mayfield gets it done. I think he finally gets an offensive showing here.
Yeah.
Because he's been winning the close ones and hasn't looked great offensively, as in like yardage and touchdowns.
Yeah.
I think he gets it done here against the Chargers.
Sorry, Cleveland. I love you, and I hope you continue to compete, but I'm sticking with Phillip Rivers. He got it done last week against Oakland. Beat him up pretty good. He gonna get it done again this week. Man has a 13-2 touchdown to interception ratio, which means he's not only moving the ball, but he's protecting the ball. On top of that, he's averaging almost 300 pass yards a game. That's pretty good stats out of him, considering all the injuries on the defensive side. They're getting healthier each week defensively, and they got to keep pace with the Chiefs. So with that in mind, I say watch Melvin Gordon and Austin Eckler, because that combo's been pretty good so far for LA. Look for that to continue. Now, don't sleep on Cleveland either. Landry's going to have a good day. I think this could be another overtime thriller for the Browns.
Another one.
Another one, yes. All right, let's turn it to an ugly game. Seattle versus Oakland. Now, Seattle almost beat the Rams. Almost. That was pretty good. The Raiders, well, poor Cleveland. If one for them, you'd be 0-5. So, with that said, Brent, what are you looking at here?
I had the Seahawks winning this one.
Yeah.
100%. We have a dumpster fire here, everyone, and it's in Oakland.
Oh, God, yeah.
And Russell's been playing and keeping with the teams that he shouldn't even be close to competing with right now.
Yeah.
And with the Raiders not being that great, or not being good at all, actually, I think Russell actually just rolls them.
Yeah, I'm not going to change my opinion much either. I got Seahawks as well. We'll say this, the Seahawks, every game has been decided by less than 7 points. The only team that beat them by 7, Chicago Bears. It's a pretty good club. Everyone else has been under, I believe, 3. No, I think it's been 2 and 3 for the rest of those. Seattle's not a bad team. They're just not a great team. Look for them to just kind of take over. Watch Tyler Lockett here. He started to get going last week. I think he continues that, burns that Raiders D pretty good.
Well, I have this quarterback here, too, for fantasy watch, Russell Wilson. I think he's going to tear that Oakland defense.
Maybe stack him in daily leagues.
Yeah, good idea.
Yeah. All right, let's go to the next one. All right, Bears versus the Dolphins. All I'm going to say here before we get going is they are who we thought they were. All right, so with that said, I'll just kick things off. Chicago. I hate the Bears, but man, you're fun to watch. You're going to defensively destroy this team, and we're going to see if your offense can keep it rolling. Watch Trubisky, watch Burton, watch Howard, watch anyone on the offense. Don't play them all. Pick your favorite and play him. I just think it's worth taking a risk on.
I got a question for you before I go to my next pick. Go to my pick here.
Oh, don't do it.
I'm going to do it.
Okay, whatever.
Ditka or Hurricane Ditka?
Oh, in this case, that defense is going to be Hurricane Ditka, and it's going minus a lot of Hurricane Michael right now.
Exactly. I got the Bears here, too. They're winning the NFC North.
Oh, yeah.
It doesn't look like they're going to be stopped right now.
Yeah.
They're just so balanced now.
Oh, wait, you said they're winning North, ain't winning North, but okay, I'll agree with you. They are pretty good.
Yeah. You don't think they're going to win the North?
We'll get to that later.
Okay. As of right now, they are.
Yeah.
That's better. Okay.
Okay.
Anyways, Trubisky is actually throwing touchdown passes right now.
Yeah.
And if they can do that with that defense,
oh yeah,
score over 20, they're going to win every single game.
Yeah. Yeah, they're going to keep going. I will say this, side note on the Dolphins, Frank Gore found the youth, 47 carries, 202 yards so far. It's 5+ a game. Unfortunately, Khalil Mack's going to swallow him up. He ain't getting anywhere near that. Poor Frank Gore. All right, let's turn our attention to the game that shouldn't be a game. Vikings, you screwed up the last time you should have blown out a team. The Bills beat you pretty bad. But I'm going to have faith again. I'm just going to end this one quickly. My fellow analysts can do the same. We got the Vikings. We ain't even going to spend much time on this real quick. Pick a Vikings receiver, watch him play. If Cook plays, play Cook. Cards have given up. They're shopping both their linebackers. Deion Buchanan and Reddick might not even make the game. They're both up for trade, and a lot of teams are calling. Johnson's their only hope, and the line ain't good enough.
The Vikings keep letting teams that shouldn't be in the games. Yeah. And I think this is going to be closer than it should, honestly.
Yeah.
But I do think the Vikings as well.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, it's a good game for them to get back on track.
Thielen or Diggs. Choose one.
Yeah, it's that simple. All right, let's go to an interesting one here. Jets and Colts, two teams that are rebuilding. Had some close ones, both of them. They've had some nice wins, had some real close losses. Where do you see this one going?
I have the Colts winning this one right here.
Yeah.
Colts have had a tough road.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to get a little easier for them here. The Jets aren't that great of a team.
Yeah.
And I think Andrew looked pretty good against the Patriots last week. With all things considered, they didn't have T.Y. And T.Y. back, if he comes back this week, which I think he's supposed to.
Yeah, I believe so.
I think they'll get back on track here, and I think Andrew goes completely off against the Jets.
Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and quickly say the same thing on the Colts. But I will mention this. This is a matchup of two teams that are building for something special. Don't sleep on them next year. They're two teams that will be deadly as the season goes on to knock teams out of the playoffs. We saw We saw Isaiah Crowell go off last week.
I sat him last week.
Yeah, I know you did. You cried all week. He went off in Denver. They can at least move the ball. The Colts can too. It'll be a fun game. Honestly, if you're looking for a game to watch this one. Ignore the records. Ignore the chances of making the playoffs because it's just going to be a fun one to watch. I'm sticking with my pony Eric Ebron for this one too. He's just a touchdown machine. He got 2 last week. I think he can pick up another 1 or 2 this week. Start him.
And Andrew Luck for me, of course.
Yeah. All right, 2 more to go, and we're going to turn our attention to a fun one. Panthers versus the Redskins. Panthers have looked good so far, and the Redskins have been up and down. You beat Green Bay, and then you get stomped by New Orleans. So which team are you? Now, with that said, where are you going here?
Going with the Panthers here.
Yeah.
Christian McCaffrey. They're coming off the bye week.
Yeah.
And they also won that game last week and with the walk-off with 63-yard field goal.
Oh, yeah. You can't get over that.
It's great. I love it for the brand, I guess, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I think McCaffrey goes off here. I don't think the Redskins' defense is that good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm not too far off base with you here. I'm picking the Panthers. I've been against them the past couple weeks and kind of regretted it. I will say this interesting side note. I think Josh Norman gets a pick that's going to keep this game close. I just think he wants revenge on his former team, and this would be a good time to do it. Skins will play well. The Panthers will just squeak out another win, maybe a touchdown, maybe 10 points, maybe 3 points. It's just the Panthers have the edge.
And Adrian Peterson is hurt. He probably will play. He has a dislocated shoulder.
Yeah.
And I think that if he can't really go 100%, I think the Panthers roll him.
Yeah. I'd better say they'll be one-dimensional at that point. All right, we got one more game here for the early ones. And we're just going to go and probably wrap this one up fairly quickly. Brant, we had the Bills and the Texans. 2 teams trying to get back to 500.
Well, speaking of a walk-off, Texans won walk-off last week, too.
They did.
In overtime against the Cowboys.
Yep.
And I think Deshaun Watson finally gets it going on offense. He's been struggling this year.
Yeah.
He has been.
Picked it up past 2 weeks, though, but yeah, still struggling.
And the Bills' defense is pretty good, especially in the secondary.
Yeah.
But I just think with Lamar Miller's finally going to get going here, too. Finally. But Texans all the way here.
Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and throw out the shocker. I never thought I'd pick this up. I haven't told him why are we even making this one. I'm not going to need it. I was wrong. But I've been wrong a couple times on him. That defense is good. Simple enough. They held Mariota under 130 passing yards last week. Kept that run game for Tennessee in check. I don't think Titans are that great. But if you do that to any NFL team, you are a stout defense. And their offense is atrocious. Dear God, the Bills' offense is god-awful. Allen makes plays, and McCoy can run. There's enough there where I think they're going to squeak out a really ugly win. This is going to be like a 9-6 game. I don't think the Texans have a run attack, and I think that secondary makes it a little tough for Watson to just throw around. I'm taking the Bills.
Fun note, Watt brothers are tied for the NFL lead in sacks. 6.
Someone else will get there. So my money's on Myles Garrett, personally.
All right. Well, stay tuned, guys. Part 2 is coming.
Yep, that wraps up part 1.
See you later.